Present. So if we are ready, yeah, we're all good. Okay, so firstly, hi everybody. It's my absolute honor to be here tonight, and I just wanted to take a quick moment to honor the lovely Michael and to thank him so much for inviting me. I'm going to be speaking a bit about him in my talk because he has inspired one of the 4 points that I'm going to be talking about today. Thank you so much for inviting me, and thank you so much to Expats in Paris for being our media partner at the event on the 24th of June. So thank you so much to Michael and his team. I honor you guys for being that support. So Michael's given me now 13 minutes to talk, and I'm going to be sharing the 4 things or 4 points that has really helped me as being, in my entrepreneurial journey in Paris. So the first thing that has really helped me is that my entire world completely changed when I discovered my why. Now, a lot of people talk about knowing what your why is, but I'm not talking about like the why that people have said you always had to be or you had to have, but your why is that wakes you up in the morning, that deep feeling that inspires you, but like really inspires you. This stopped me in my business a lot because I was like, well, what is my why? Okay, my why is people. Okay, great. Well, there was more. There was something missing. If you don't know what your why is, or you think like, yeah, I kind of know my why, you don't know your why. Because when you know your why, you feel it. And the day I discovered my why, I cried. And my why is freedom. Woohoo! Freedom. I'd love, we can chat a bit more afterwards, and I can tell you my personal story about why freedom became my why. We can chat a bit more about it afterwards, but your why really is inspired often by a personal journey. So I discovered that who I was Pocahontas. I really was. I wanted to paint with all the colors of the wind. I genuinely did. I listened to that song every single morning. And this is my step 2, the second point that I want to talk about today. That has made me really successful in my business is every morning I spend time with myself, connecting to my why. So my why is inspiring people to live in freedom. So what do I do every morning? And this is discipline, which is my second point. My second point is the discipline of your morning ritual and the discipline of that which you do every single morning and the policies that you put in place. So I wake up and I listen to Pocahontas. I listen to the colors of the wind. And I feel that energy of being Pocahontas. And I ask myself 2 questions. How can I inspire myself to live in freedom today? So yes, I'm an entrepreneur, but also I'm a spiritual person en route and in discovery of who I am. So I ask myself, how can I inspire myself to tap into and awaken more of who I truly am? Not what society has expected me to do, be, think, act, and feel. In my personal life, but also my business. So I say, how can I inspire myself today? And then my second question is, how can I inspire more people to choose freedom? So the heart of every action that I take in my business is asking that question. How can I inspire you to choose freedom? The actions that I took after learning my why to before were very different. Before I learned my why, I was like a, what do we call them? Like a head louse. Like, there was just so much chaos. You know, those of you who have known me for longer than the last few months, you will know that I was like everywhere. I was doing this, doing that, trying to do this, trying to do that, because, you know, I have to go to so many networking events. I have to do this, I have to do that. And, you know, when you start a business in France or anywhere in the world, there's so many things that you should be doing. You're like, oh, la, 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 la. Wow. It's like, I was so overwhelmed, so overwhelmed. You know, I'm not overwhelmed anymore. Because I wake up every morning and I ask myself, how can I inspire people today? And this is the second point, and this will blow your mind, it will change your mind. All that I did after discovering my why is I said, okay, well, I'm not going to do everything anymore. I'm not. All that I'm going to do is the following. I'm going to choose one action every week to do that is in alignment with my why. And then next week, I'm going to choose a second action. And the week after, I'm going to choose a third action. So I'm on about month 3 now, and I've got a couple of actions to do each week or each day. But I started from scratch in my business. I wanted my business to vibrate on the frequency of freedom, not expectation of society. And that is what my clients feel. That is what I hope you guys feel when you connect with me in the conversations, in this talk. Is this about inspiring you to be free of the chaos of the perceptions and belief systems that society has given you since your birth. When you were born with that vibration of your why. And society has covered it up with expectation. When you created your business, who of you are entrepreneurs here? Okay? When you created your business, you had a why, potentially. Hi, come on in. No, you're welcome. You had a why. When you were a little girl, when you were a little boy and you wanted to be a dancer or a fireman, it wasn't the profession that you wanted, it was the why behind it. Why did you want to be a dancer? Well, I wanted to be a dancer because I just wanted to be free. Why did you want to be a fireman? Well, because you wanted to support people. You wanted to provide them with security. You know, it's different for every single person. So number 1, when you know your why, you will know it, and you will feel that that inspires you in your business and your personal life. A lot of you, I'm saying, aren't entrepreneurs, but you work the same. Why don't you be your why in your work? You be your why every moment of every day. You know, I was having a fantastic chat with these guys over here on my left, and we were talking about all sorts of things. But when you really vibrate on your why in every single second of every day, nothing else matters. I know, like, okay, guys, sorry, but I genuinely feel nothing else matters but your why. There is nothing else that matters. And when you vibrate on your why, then you will see that you start to see directions that you would rather go in than being forced into because of expectations. So why? Morning rituals, okay, that are in alignment with your why, so your business why, but also your personal. You've got to do personal things every day that make you feel free. You know, I try and honor myself every day by doing something free. You know, by having my second beer that's making me feel free, and I don't care what you guys think. It's my second drink. So it's by doing stuff where you don't care what people think anymore because it is in alignment with what you feel and what makes you happy. So that's the second thing. The third thing is Michael. Michael and I had a wonderful discussion the other day. we had this amazing lunch, and Michael was telling me about the heart of his event that he's creating in March. So we're all going to be there to support Michael. Can I say a little bit about him? Michael, do you mind? I think that's a yes. Is that a yes? Can I talk about our discussion? So we had this great discussion, and he wowed me. He wowed me. I was like, that is amazing. I didn't think that you could be even more amazing, Michael, but now you are. He was speaking about the heart of his platform, his event. And we were talking about how what Michael is amazing at is bringing people together, isn't he? He is amazing at collaboration, cohesion. He is amazing at making you feel like you are the only person in the room and that you matter. What Michael does is a gift, and that gift is his network. And that's my third point, is to be aware of who you are spending time with. Again, personal and professional. So I believe in the rule of 5. Okay? The 5 people that you hang out with the most, you become. So Michael and I were talking about this idea of how, one person on their own is like not really strong. If you think about vibration, in this table being this very strong vibration, because there's lots of particles, beating together. We were just talking about that. When you are on your own and you're trying to do things on your own, gone are the days where entrepreneurs and business people think that they need to work on their own. It's about joining together and supporting each other and collaborating. The more people together, the stronger and the more you're actually going to earn, and the happier you're going to be. So if the 5 people that you spend time with, you eventually become, because we vibrate together, and the more time you vibrate with somebody, the more you become one. You become like this strong physical entity, like a table. Do you want to become the people that you spend the most time with? The 5 people that you spend the most time with. Personal life? Do they lift you up? Do they make you feel free? Those are the people that you want to be hanging out with. Michael makes me feel special. I want to hang out with him. Yeah. It is an awareness thought process for you guys. Who are you hanging out with? Do they lift you up? Do they inspire you? But also, what about the people that we work with? Yeah, this is the thing, is sometimes our physical world needs a little bit of tweaking and adjusting. Like, I know my why. I want to be free. Okay, I wake up on Monday and I'm like, I hate my job. It's like not in alignment with my why. So it literally is every morning taking one step, and then the next morning taking the next step, and then the next morning taking the next step. You can't jump from a 0 to a 10. You jump from a 0 to a 0.5, and then you're going to go to -2, and then you're going to go to -1, and then you'll go to 5, and then so it is a journey, unfortunately. But when you know your why, selective attention, the psychological phenomenon, selective attention. When you start focusing on pink elephants, what's that? Is it yellow? What is it? Pink elephants or whatever, or a certain car, then you always notice that same thing. When you start setting your why, then you start noticing everything that is in alignment with it and everything that is not in alignment with it. And this is our journey. So, network, right. So what shifted for me was when I connected with the Global Women platform. All right? This platform literally changed my life. Why did it change my life? Because the heart of this platform, the heart of the Global Women platform, is to collaborate and to connect not only women but men cohesively You give a woman a mic, they say. You give a woman an opportunity to stand in front of an audience, to speak on stage, and she will inspire the world. Same with men. You give a man an opportunity to speak. You give a man an opportunity, and they will inspire the world. And this is what the platform does. Is it says, what do you need to inspire the world with your story? I will do that for you. Fine, you need PR, you need to be in this magazine. I'm inviting you guys, if anyone wants to be in this magazine, give me your business card, write on it magazine, and I will personally make sure that you get an interview in this magazine. If you want to speak on stage on the 24th of June, give me your business card with speak on stage. We have Jackie speaking on stage with us on the 24th of June. Jackie wants to...
go.
Yeah, another reason you want to go. Jackie wants to inspire the world. That's her heart. That's what she's vibrating at. And that's what we're going to provide for her, is that amazing platform. You're beautiful. Thank you so much, lovely. So have a supportive platform, personally and business-wise. And there was one last thing that I was going to say. Yes, okay. The last thing I want to say is speed of implementation. We've all heard of this, but this is the fourth thing that has literally changed my life and my business. When I didn't know my why, I was this head louse, and I was running around all chaotically thinking I had to do this and I had to do that, and I have to have my online program, and I have to, it was just, I felt so overwhelmed all the time. But when you're in alignment with your why, and somebody inspired me to do something, or I had an idea, I did it straight away. The only thing that prevents you, I feel, the only thing that prevents you from taking action is fear. The only reason you have fear, I'm boldly saying, the only reason you have fear is because you are scared that you will look not good enough in your business and in your personal life. You know what? When I am vibrating on my why of freedom, I don't care what people think of me. I'm going to be taking the actions so that I can paint with the colors of the wind. And it doesn't matter what other people think. So speed of implementation. You have what it takes to reach your dreams. You have an amazing platform. Okay, supportive platform. Connect with your why. And there will be nothing stopping you from reaching those dreams. Thank you so much, guys. That's all I'm sharing today. Do we have any questions? Michael said that we were going to... Any follow-up questions? Jackie?
You said your business, what is your business? You're helping people? That part.
Yeah, sure. I'm not very good at this part. So basically all I do is inspire people to choose freedom. That's my heartbeat. Yeah. And how I do that is I speak internationally around the world. This year I'm in Cyprus, Albania, London, where else am I? Paris, going over to the US. I have the amazing opportunity, thanks to this platform. I'm going to Hollywood. I'm going to be in a movie with Deepak Chopra at the end of the year. So, I'm all over. My life has just completely changed based on that one moment of discovering my why and finding a supportive platform. So I speak internationally. I have an online program. I don't know if any of you have been watching my online movies on my Facebook page. No, I encourage you to have a look at my daily Facebook Lives that I do. So online program, what else do I do? One-to-ones. I help businesses find their why. Startup entrepreneurs who are wanting to create businesses, especially from the space of the soul rather than from the space of the mind. I'm a qualified therapist, and I see clients. What else do I do, Jackie?
That was it, yeah.
Oh, I'm on a radio. I have a radio show. I knew there was something. A weekly radio show on Expat Radio with David Halewood. Oh my gosh, it's the most hilarious program, and I've got a very exciting opportunity that's coming up with the lovely Josh. So have a chat with him afterwards. He's an amazing person to connect with. Behavior, he'll help you. He'll help you create some great things in your business. So I recommend having a chat with him if you're wanting. This Josh over there.
Right there.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, no, he is incredible. He's helped people close deals worth hundreds of thousands of pounds. So I mean, he's really great with stuff like that.
Josh, when did your second book come out?
A month ago.
Okay. Yeah.
You can find it on Amazon. It's called Human Behavior. How to Shape Human Behavior. Yeah, really honored to be collaborating with Josh.
Word shape in that.
Yeah. No, it's a really great book. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Yes, darling.
Yeah. Connie, you spoke about fear.
Yes.
And you said that fear is like we should not be feared of. We say this in English. Of losing, or if we try to do something else than what we're already doing, we can fear how people will look at us and on this failure. But do you think that fear is also a positive emotion, because it also brings to our attention the possibility of danger, but not only danger of a fire or a dog or a tiger, but more,
Yes.
the danger of not, as you said, jumping from step 1 to step 10 without doing things gradually.
Great question. Really great question. Absolutely. Fear was initially there because of the caveman days, that fear we all understand, the fight and flight response. Fear, I believe I believe all emotions have a vibrational frequency. So fear, anger, resentment, all of those emotions are quite low and heavy. You can feel an emotion in your body, and it's about being aware of that. So heavy emotions like fear are heavy emotions, and they are in the lower end of the vibrational scale. Love, joy, freedom, they like massively high, in terms of vibrational scale, and your body feels light. When you feel happy, you feel it. Like, when you're in love with someone, love is the highest vibration that there is. You can take on the world. So when you're in fear, two things are happening. One is, yes, there is a sense of danger, and that could be a physical sense of danger. Absolutely. But my work is more around the idea of you are in danger of stepping out of alignment with honoring you. Yeah. Or you are or somebody is reflecting a belief that you're not good enough, or you're about to step into a space that is not honoring you. So there's that fear. Low vibrational emotions is kind of like I see it as a continuum scale. Love, joy is 10, this is all about the soul. 0, 1, these are all about the mind. And when you're in fear, you're in the space of the mind and fear of what other people think about you. And I think the worst fear is that, that fear that I'm going to feel shame about what somebody, about myself, and based on what somebody else is thinking of me. So I'm a thinker through talking. So in answer to your question, to me, fear in modern society is just that warning sign that you're about to do something that is not honoring you.
Yeah.
And honoring you means doing something that is saying you are good enough.
Yeah.
Only two source beliefs in life. I am good enough, or I'm not good enough. Every thought that you have, every feeling that you have, comes from the source belief of I am good enough and I'm free, or I'm not good enough and I'm trapped. I'm in that corner by society.
Thank you.
Pleasure, darling. Yeah.
What about self-doubt? So we don't care about what other people are thinking of us, but you should always question yourself, did I choose the right why? What is my why? How do I figure out what it is?
This is the journey. If you imagine, if you watch the Facebook Live that I did today, I spoke about how who we are is like a tree. So as a tree grows, so if you will bear with me for 2 minutes, when we're born as a soul, we're like this beautiful spark of I can achieve anything I want because I am amazing. And what happens is society starts telling you that you're not amazing. You know, there's all these reflections of how we're not amazing. So the circle around us starts growing. It's like kind of like an onion, isn't it? Like we are all these different layers of emotional, vibrational memory in our body. And what happens is that this happens all the way in our life. Now, a moment of awareness comes and you want to go back to that center, that original vibration of my why. And again, it's not, you can't jump from there all the way in. It is a slow journey through the different onion layers, through the tree trunk layer of, this feels good. Oh wait, but tomorrow you've uncovered something new about yourself. Because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And that human experience means that our minds, we do live in this human world, and part of that human world is having human thoughts and human understandings that are out of alignment with the source of who we are. So as you start to remove all of those layers that society has told you that you are, you begin to uncover more and more of what your true why is. So your question was, remind me, because I forgot what it was.
Well, I'm not really sure that I think that all of the layers are inflicted by society, by external factors. I think some of the layers may be inflicted by yourself, or
really deeply. Like, you know, I actually have to say it's so deep that the self-doubt is one of the very first. It's like we're shamed from the age of 0 to 1.
Self-doubt was your question.
Pre-conscious.
Yeah.
So you're not conscious of when it came in, but something happened and you're told whatever you did at the age of 0 to 1, it's like, it could have been something small, but you just took it on. Is that okay?
That's perfect. Thank you, Jackie, because I was digressing a bit. Then you brought my attention back. Thanks, lovely. That's awesome. To me, self-doubt is literally, I believe everything is created by society. From when you are 0 all the way through to 7, your parents and society gives you belief systems of what it means to be good enough. And self-doubt is literally when you're not in that box. If you read some of the articles I've written for like Inspiral and a couple of the other magazines, I talk about depression and a lot of feelings of self-doubt and not liking yourself is when you are not in alignment with that core. And self-doubt is when you are not fitting a box that society has set out for you. That's all that self-doubt is basically you not fitting into a perceived layer of what it is to be expected of you. If there was no expectation, there would be no self-doubt.
But also self-doubt is a positive attitude. I don't know if you were speaking about this. It's a positive attitude that one can have because it makes us rethink about our way of thinking, of behaving, of doing things.
You learn.
And that's what it means to be human, is to learn who you truly are. And part of our choice to be a spiritual being in this human experience is that we want to learn every single human emotion, human experience, human doubt. We want to learn all of this so that we understand that who we are is actually good enough. But it takes lifetimes. I still have self-doubt. Everyone still has self-doubt, but it's a journey. Sure, what a beautiful question. What a beautiful question.
That's so bright. And you have these two different philosophies, Descartes and Montaigne. One who is more of like justifying everything mathematically, and basically from there to show how things are. And the other one who is like, I don't understand anything. Everything I know, I have to question everything I know. Which and I think we have one that's been more promoted than the other. And we do not doubt about what we know. We do not question about what we know anymore. And I think you're right. We're not actually advancing anymore, and that's what research is all about as well. Questioning each and everything. And scientists, I guess you're one, questioning everything that's been said. Everything that's been said. Everything. Yeah. And you're right, Connie. Like, it's all about like finding the why and finding where you fit and how you can do it, what you can do to be good, and for yourself.
Exactly. Not to be good, to be you. Because I don't believe in right or wrong, good or bad. I just believe in expressions of conditioned mind or soul expression.
Can I suggest that we go informal?
Yeah, sure.
Is it okay, mate?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No.
So if you guys want to grab another beer, I'm gonna put in some music, and if Connie's here.